Going off of my video yesterday, it just feels like the beginning. It's the end, but also the beginning. It's the rebirth after a death of a cycle, an earthly cycle, a personal cycle, a cycle of shadow work. We had to go through these intense lessons and shadow work, perceived manifestations of our darkest parts of ourselves to see the truth, right? We have to experience the darkness to remember the light. And so that's what's been going on here. But maybe you feel a little bit lighter right now. Maybe you just have that anticipation that something's about to happen, something's about to end, something is about to begin, that you're about to step up. I just feel this so heavily right now. If you're here with me in these videos and you were attracted to this video, there's a reason. The YouTube algorithm is like the most spiritual algorithm ever. It's what helped me heal in so many ways during the beginning of my health journey, the beginning of my spiritual awakening, we'll call it. It brought me everything that I needed in the right moment and the right time. And so if you're here right now, I know to be true that you're about to start something new. You're about to start a whole new timeline. You moved through what you had to move through in order to be ready for this, and not just ready, but to have the space. And we make this space by, in a way, learning the lesson, but mostly moving through the darkness, bringing the light through the darkness. There is no way to set yourself free other than moving through. We can't deny what's going on and just turn away from it and turn away from our feelings and what we're being drawn to. Be like, I learned the lesson. If you're still attracted to those partners, those people that are just toxic and are not good for you, but you just turn away because you're like, no, I know I'm not meant to, but you're like, yes, I want it. But no, I know it's a red flag. That, yes, I want it. That is a part of you within you saying, I need to be heard. I need to be loved. I need to be freed. I need to be, acknowledged, because a part of you wasn't. Plain and simple, a part of you was not loved in the way that you needed to be loved or wanted to be loved. And that still lives within you. If time and space are not real, every version of you is happening right now, and your body is like the vessel for every timeline. And so your body's holding a shit ton, and your poor little body's just like, I'm trying to get through this human existence here on earth, and it's intense. There's toxins everywhere. There's, I don't know what food to eat. Everything I do makes me more tired, and I try and rest, but then I have to do more, and then I'm tired again. And Arlo, I'm always watching you. Got eyes in the back of my head, buddy. So naughty. Yes, I even bought a baby gate for my van to put on my shower. I have a shower in the van, and I put the trash in the shower so that he can't get to it, because his obsession now is trash, ever since a bunch of volunteers were leaving trash out on the farm. And he got through the gate and ate the trash last night. I was so mad. It's just, he's the best dog ever, but he always challenges me, and that's been his purpose in life, is to keep me present. And Arlo's goal in life is to bring the good vibes. He is just a ball of joy. Everyone that sees him is just like, that is radiating joy from the dog. He's not just a happy dog, he's like, I'm a happy dog. And I'm just so grateful that he gets to be my son, and I get to feed off of his energy, and we get to feed off of each other's energy, and life is beautiful together. And life is about to get even more beautiful. Whatever is next, it's like every time you clear the shadows, more light comes in. And so you can expect the next thing to come in to be really amazing. I know you've been doing the work. I know you've been going through all this shit, and you're like, when is it over? Every time I finish a lesson, I'm like, boom, there's another one. Right now, I feel like there's a time to dig and there's a time to soar, and you've been digging, and now you get to soar. And now you get to reap the benefits of all the space that you made. And so this is a really important time right now to call in all the wonderful things that you've been wanting and desiring and feeling called to. Just choose them. I was reminded by my angels and guides the other night. They were like, you teach about choosing. Choose what you want right now. It's like, oh yes, with my free will, I choose this and I choose that. I choose whatever's for my highest good. I choose to step into my fullness, into my potential. I choose to feel the love that I am, to know the love that I am, to forgive everything and everyone, and to see the truth of them, and to let go of resentment, or to let go of how I want things to be and how I thought things should be, and to just let myself experience, and to let, you know, God lead the way, whatever we call God. Arlo, come here. Get your butt over here. Come. Come. Come here, you naughty little boy. Come. Come on. Every day. You don't have to do it the hard way anymore. You don't have to keep pushing through and hoping for something to get better and hoping for you to have the energy. It's, you know, the most important thing other than choosing right now that you can do is rest. It's so fascinating. I wonder if I can sit here. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Maybe I'll sit on the jacket. Ooh. It's very muddy. So my oracle cards I've been pulling right before bed, and 2 nights ago, no, you sit your butt. Come here. Come here. Sit your butt. You're in timeout now. Sit. I pulled a card 2 days ago that was time to rest, but it was like the upside down version, and it was pretty much saying, like, you've been workaholism, you're trying to fix people, trying to do everything, and that has been the case. Like, because I love what I do, like I love the farm stuff, we're building my area, I have my program, like I love all these things, but I keep finding myself like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day. And when my lymph node got really swollen the other day, like painfully swollen, I was like, oh, I need to rest. And then last night, it was the first time picking a card since that card. I shuffle it, do a ton of shuffling, pick it, same card, upside down, time to rest. I was like, oh, that's the message that's really wanting to come through. And sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is rest. And we really, like, our ego has a hard time with that. Our mind has a very hard time with that, because our mind will be like, no, like, we have to do more. We have to put out more with consistency. We have to make quality. We got to be better, the best. And that's the ego. It's the same as when you make space, like in that energetic realm, when you make the space, there's room for more to come through. When you rest, there's more that can come through. But if you're like, the more that you're doing, the more that you're activating all these charges that create momentum in the direction of not getting what you want, because maybe you're working really hard on, say, making a video, and you don't really believe that the video is going to do well. And so you're experiencing all that. And so then you're trying to use some energy to be like, no, I see you, pattern, you're not real, and I'm going to make the video. And then another pattern comes up and you're like, no, I know you're not real, I'm going to make the video. And it's like, it's taking so much energy when the goal is to make this wonderful video. And you're just like, you're trying so hard to do it, but you have so much else on your plate. And say you rested in another timeline, you rested for a week, you didn't do anything, and you just kind of recharged, then the process of making the video would be like, oh, inspiration here, oh, this feels good to do this that way. And like, because you're rested and you can see the cues, you can see the joy and the curiosity and the breadcrumbs, and it's much more fluid than like this other way of trying to do it. And this is exactly like the framework in quantum manifestation. Like, there are 2 ways of going about making something happen. The one way of the rest and allowing inspiration to come through and just like flowing to it will get you to the same location, but it will be ease and grace on the way there. And so allow yourself to have that if you want it. You don't have to do the hard way. It's a choice. And so you've arrived at this wonderful place, the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. And maybe you just like give yourself a week. Just try out that feminine flow way. And I don't think like we just need to like rest and like put it on a piece of paper under a pillow and just wait for things to come true. Like, there's also the part where the masculine has to come through and do things, but there has to be a balance. And maybe you just fell out of that balance a little bit recently because you felt like you had to in order to get through these hard times. But it's a new era, and you get to do things the easy way. And people are going to wonder how you do things the easy way, like how you do less, but you get more. And people are going to start asking you, and they're going to be like, how are you doing this? How is it possible that you work less, but you're more abundant than ever? You're glowing, you're vital, like you're in your like your peak so far, even though you're just going to keep peaking and peaking and peaking and peaking. People are going to wonder. And so just allow yourself to have that reality be yours. Allow it to be true. Whatever you allow to be true will be true. You get to decide. You don't have to have such a conditioned reality or you're living by the rules of other people. Just challenge your beliefs. All beliefs are false. Anything that's real is just the I am, right? It's just the infinite. You are this infinite abundance, this unconditional love. There is no time or space. Anything is possible. You can have everything that you want. The only thing holding you back is you. You are the mountain. The mountain is you. So, with that being said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. Say, Arlo, no more trash. No more trash. No more. Okay, I love you guys. If you want to sign up for one of my programs, I have 21 days to know your divine guidance, 21 days to rewire your mind. I get that question kind of often of like which order to do those. I would say doing rewire your mind so that you can regulate your nervous system. I found it very difficult to receive divine guidance when my body is in a dysregulated state and when we have all these associations and beliefs that are not of the highest truth. So that program helps you identify those, know your divine guidance, helps you learn the language of your angels and guides, your higher self, your intuition, so that you can make decisions from your heart space moving forward. Decondition is my 12-week program. It is like my bread and butter. It is everything and more. It is so like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's a 12-week course. We are on week 5 right now, going into week 6 in a few days. And each week there's a new topic. Like right now we're on past life regression. Next week I believe is Akashic Records. And so if you actually want to buy just the past life regression meditation, I made that available 2 days ago, which is something new that I'm exploring doing. So you can just buy that one meditation if you would like, just for a temporary time. I'll make it available and I will link it below. You can do that. You can download it and have it forever. It'll just only be available on my website for a little bit. So you can, for the rest of your life, whenever you want, have this past life regression, have a little guided meditation, visit a past life, say, how are you affecting me in this life? Choose to see it, choose to heal it, choose to hear it. Really just hearing it and giving a voice to these parts of ourselves is what alchemizes it. So that meditation will take you there. All linked below. If you want to work one-on-one with me, let me know. I'm gonna go build my roof, build my gates for my fence. Arlo's gonna have a fence so he can have more freedom. Today we find out if Aslan is going to be born because we're gonna check the belly of the mama. Zima's like, oh my gosh, I heard you squealing, I'm here. Hi, baby. We're gonna see if Chastity, the mama, has babies in her belly. The vet's coming today. We're also going to check Maisie. Maisie is a pregnant horse. She's pregnant and Ladybug's pregnant, so they're the preggo horses together. Ladybug still has 4 months. She's my horse. You guys remember, you guys helped me rescue her. Thank you so much. Maisie is the owner of the farm's horse, and so she's going to have a beautiful, beautiful baby, a paint baby. Most likely, I think like that's what we think with the genetics, is that she will also be a paint. Lots of babies, lots of rebirth. It is the season for rebirth. The wolves, currently rebirth season. Lots of baby wolves. I heard barking last night. I was visited by a wolf, if you guys remember, like a week ago when I was in a shower, my outdoor shower. I heard it walking around, looked out the window, didn't see it, and I continued on. And then later on, someone was like, oh, there's an explosion. Can you go check the horses? So I stepped out. Something started growling at me. I was like, did I make that up? Went inside. I was like, I made that up. Went outside, grabbed a stick, checked on the horses, came back, heard it shuffling, like a few feet away from me, like a meter away from me. And then I went inside and I told everyone, and then we found the wolves on the camera of the neighbors and all their wolf tracks, so they had definitely visited. Looked up the spiritual meaning of wolves. Wolves like my spirit animal too, but I looked up the spiritual meaning, and it was like, it was exactly this actually. It was the beginning of a new cycle. It was intuition, it was protection. I'm trying to remember the other things. A lot of intuition. Let me know if you guys know any other wolf spirit animal or wolf symbols and whatnot, if I'm visited, literally visited in real life by a wolf. So, love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.